Good morning, Treasure Lake. Gonna wait for a few more people to join us. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, we'll get started with our updates here. So sales, last year through December, we had sold 104 memberships. And as of December 24th, we have sold 372 memberships. So outstanding job for the sales team. And that coupon really worked out well, that 1,000 for 1,000 coupon. Of the 372 sold, 305 have been sold using the coupon and 67 have been regular sales. Our occupancy currently, rentals 100%, and then our total occupancy across the park unadjusted is 20%. So phase 2 is sitting at 26% and phase 4 at 37%. Do have some RV shows coming up, so if you are in any of these areas, feel free to stop by the location and say hi to George or Tara and hang out with them as we talk to other people about Treasure Lake. So Springfield, January 16th through the 18th at the fairgrounds. We'll be in Oklahoma City, January 16th through the 18th at the fairgrounds. And Kansas City, January 23rd through the 25th at Bartle Hall. We'll be in Tulsa on February 2nd through the 8th at their fairgrounds. Wichita, Kansas, February 20th through the 22nd at the Century 2 building. Springfield, Missouri, from February 27th through March 1st, again at the fairgrounds. And then Topeka, March 20th through the 22nd at the Stormont Vale Event Center. And for that last show, the Topeka show, we actually have some free tickets to that show. So if you're going to be in the area and you're interested in getting some free tickets, reach out to George. He can be reached at 417-332-2559. Limited number of those free tickets. So first come, first serve on those. October profit and loss, revenue through October is $3.1 million. Cost of sales year to date are $209,000. Excuse me. Expenses year to date are $2.7 million. And total comprehensive activity is positive 0.8K, which is $234,000 better than last year to date. Last year in October, we had 916 total cash and cash investments, and total cash and cash investments in October 2025 were $1.4 million. Just a reminder of the phase closures and winter storage. So winter storage is available in phase 3 and 1. The cost for winter storage is the same fee as last year at $3 per day. And as of December 1st, phase 1 and phase 3 were closed to camping. Yurts will remain open until January 6th and then close, and all cabins will remain open for the season in all phases. Still have a few storage spots available, so we're working to fill those, but we're much better off than we were last year as far as occupancy in our long-term storage. Just a reminder that 6-month and annual storage is combined now, and if you're called to get into storage and you don't want it at the time, you'll be not moved to the bottom of the list. You'll be taken off the list until January of the following year. And then 2026 storage contracts will be mailed by the end of December, and payment and executed contract is due by February 1st. And if you have any storage-related questions, please reach out to Amanda, our storage coordinator, at storage@tlresort.com. 2026 golf cart insurance stickers are now available. They can be purchased at the front desk. They are $3.50 a piece. Please remember to bring a copy of your golf cart insurance when purchasing a sticker. And just remember, for the next season, if you are driving your own golf cart around the park, that sticker is required. And then don't forget half-price cabins and golf carts, January and February. So you can get a half-price cabin and a half-price golf cart rental January and February. So we're sitting here at our pond, and as you can see, the retaining wall, there's work being done on the retaining wall now. Again, the long-term plan is the area that the vehicle is sitting in right now. There's going to be some fire pits. We also have the gazebo, and I'll actually swing around so you guys can see that as well. So we're really looking forward to this being a really useful area that people can gather, spend time with family and friends. Another update on our Work Camper Program Improvement Committee. So that plan was submitted to the board, and the board has approved a lot of that plan. So for short-term or partial season work campers, that includes a full site hookup, a weekly meal voucher of $80 per month, $80 per month, free Branson show tickets with our partner theaters, uniforms and resort amenities. And for early sign-on and full season commitments, they will receive, and that's from now until the end of February. So if you're thinking about becoming a work camper, you need to sign up before February to receive the following. Everything mentioned above, along with mobile hotspot allowance of $50 per month, monthly laundry allowance of $25 until a laundry facility is built in phase 4, and 1 week of vacation per season using banked hours. And if you are interested in joining our team as a work camper, please reach out to Tammy at hr@tlresort.com. Another big change, new book. So we've been working on transitioning campground softwares over this past year, and we are very close to the actual switch. So we've done a soft live where our staff are working on transferring current bookings in our current campground software to the new software, and we will be going live and utilizing the system across the park January 1st. And if you are staying on park, just please remember, even though, yesterday or Christmas it was almost 80 degrees. We do have a cold snap coming, so make sure that you insulate your water spigots to prevent damage. And if you have any questions, feel free to jump in the chat there and ask away. So Wendy K. Whittle asked, could there be another fire pit in phase 2 closer to the other bathhouse? I'll certainly take note of that. It's something we can look into for sure. Good morning, Richard. Jennifer asks if the lake is big enough for paddle boats. We've discussed paddle boats in the past. I don't know that it's really big enough for paddle boats and fishing. Not totally against the idea, but that was kind of the initial reaction when we started talking about it. Yeah, Jennifer, I agree. It would be a source of income. We'll take a look at the size and maybe some other places that have paddle boats and see if it's conducive for paddle boat rentals. James saying it seems more like a liability. Yeah, there would definitely be some liability concerns with paddle boats. We would have to look into, requiring life vests and things like that. Richard, I'm not sure. That's not something that's come up, but I can look into that as far as using your own boat or raft or canoe. And Phyllis asks, any plans for an update or upgrade to the putt-putt golf? We have been looking at that. We did replace some carpet this year, early in the year, but long-term plans for the putt-putt really does need a revamp. So it's not something that we've planned for in the budget for this coming year, but it is on our mind of something that needs not just a kind of a polish, but some new updates. Jennifer, George, and Tara are always open to help at shows. Feel free to stop by. They will put you to work, and it does mean a lot to have an owner there whose job is not just to sell memberships. Speaking to potential new owners. And what I'll do is I'll have those show dates and locations posted on Facebook if that works. That way everybody can take a look at those and see if they'll be in any of those areas. Sean, glad you can come down tomorrow. Sherry asks if there are any plans for bike trails on park property. We've discussed walking trails and bike trails a little bit. We don't have any firm plans on them, but that's definitely something that made it on my kind of strategic topics long-term, be thinking about items. We do have the trails that are adjacent to our property that people can use. But there's been quite a few really neat ideas for how we can utilize some of the acreage that we have that's undeveloped that will bring people closer to nature and allow them to kind of experience that. Everything from nature walks that are guided to just self-paced walks as well. You can see we've been trying to fill some of these rough spots in the road here in storage. I gotta say that storage looks a whole lot better than it did this time last year or the year before. It's been kind of a constant, slow but steady progress. We're also hoping to have some more owner-facilitated classes and workshops next year. So everything from RV basics, to caring for your RV, nature walks, leather working, anything like that. If you've got those skills and you'd like to run a workshop while you're in town, or if you're here for a longer period and would like to offer it several weeks in a row, please reach out to me and I'll connect you with Annie and we can make sure that those workshops get set up. You have a place to do that, and we can also promote it for you. All right, I'm going to slow down here and try to read some comments. Anybody thought about putting some primitive trails in the woods going from phase to phase? There's a lot of ground to possibly hike around phase 1, see other phases. What would something like that cost? I think it would depend on what the trail would look like. I mean, obviously the wider the trail and whether or not you're going to put something down on the trail to prevent growth would increase that cost quite a bit. But a simple, a smaller trail with some trail markers wouldn't be too expensive. It would take some man hours to go out there and kind of clear a trail, and then annual, upkeep on those as well. Definitely not out of the realm of possibility, though. What might be another good thing you could do with designated times like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is bike time, the rest walk time? Just an idea. And thanks for that idea, Jennifer. Backing a trailer workshop, that would be perfect. I would really like these workshops to tailor to RV enthusiasts that are brand new, longer term RVers, and then things that may not even relate to RVs. Like I said, I think a bird watching workshop that also went out and actually did some walking and some sightseeing for different birds would be really neat. Metal detecting class, and there's so many things that workshops that we could do, and I'd love to really leverage the experience that our owners have, because I've met some amazing people, and everybody has a skill that they're fine-tuning and would like to share with others. So hey Jennifer, if you wouldn't mind, shoot me an email, gm@tlresort.com, and give me your info, and I'll connect you with Annie, and we can make plans to make that happen. Are you going to do any upgrades in Phase 4? We are looking at doing some concrete pads in Phase 4. And Barbara asks, is Amy still working at Treasure Lake? So Amy, she was our Director of Programs and Marketing, and her last day was yesterday. So she is not employed with Treasure Lake anymore. She's still going to be involved doing some of our marketing. And as of now, we're not looking to fill that position until after February. Richard asks, have they decided to extend the R&R days and hours? Yes. So next year we are looking at extended days and hours versus this year. That's one of the main driving forces behind looking at our work camper program and making sure that it's on par with other parks. We really did not receive the same amount of work campers that we have in past years, which makes running the R&R and the lodge breakfast, that's extremely difficult to do without the amount of people you need to actually run it. We're hoping this year there'll be a better turnout, especially with the changes that we've made to the program itself. and we are budgeting to be open full-time hours for the R&R. Sheila asks, seems like staff is hard to retain lately. Any reason for that? I mean, obviously I can't speak about any individual person's reasoning for leaving the resort. I think it happens for all different reasons. I feel like we've done a lot to improve the work culture and work environment here at Treasure Lake. And turnover, especially in some of the positions, is pretty natural. Richard asks, will the volunteers get the same as work campers for night stay? So the work camper program would only be for work campers. So if somebody's just volunteering for a day or two, they would not have the same benefit as the work campers that have agreed for, to a certain amount of time to work at Treasure Lake. Did that answer your question, Richard? Do you have a printout of what the work camper benefits are? Yeah, if you want to reach out to me or to hr@tlresort.com, we can send that over to you. It will eventually be posted as well, but I don't know that it's posted as of right now. And then we'll have ads out on, there's 3 major recruiting platforms for work campers, and they'll be on those as well. Donnie asks, are we allowed to hike in TL Woods? Are there any areas considered off limits to hike? No, not really. We do have one area that we have some like stored gravel and things. So if you come across any storage areas while you're hiking, obviously ask that you not disturb them. But other than that, you are free to hike the woods. Will breakfast workers be work campers or volunteers? Those folks work hard. Yeah, those are considered work campers. So we had work campers last year running the lodge breakfast, and you are right, they work extremely hard. And we have work camper positions at the lodge, at R&R, for activities, security, for housekeeping, for maintenance. So if you've got a skill and you want to utilize it, in the past we had you had to be on for the entire season to be considered a work camper. To get all the benefits, you do have to commit early and commit for the season. But if you just want to stop in and get some of those benefits, including a free site, and you can only be here for a few months, we might have an opening for you. So reach out if that interests you. All right, well, thank you for joining us. And next week, we'll do another Meet the Manager meeting. That'll be in my office. So hope to see you soon. Take advantage of those half-price cabins and half-price golf cart rentals in January and February. As always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at gm@tlresort.com. Hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, and we will see you all soon.